Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You got to help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days I thought would never end. Lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. All right, so here's a lesson on Fire and Rain by James Taylor. So we're going to start out, we got this little intro. So we're sliding the G string, the 7 with the middle finger up to the 9. Then we're going to bar these little 8s. We're going to go little string to second string. So we got little 3 notes there, sliding into the first. And this makes part of a C chord right there. So we're going to take that 9 and slide it back to the 7, kind of keeping this chord shape intact. Because we're going to hit the little 6 and 6. So we got... So this is going to be 3 and 6. You could use this one, but I kind of can reach, so I'm using that one a little easier. So what we're doing here is we're hitting both the 6 and the 3 on the bottom 2 strings. Quick hammer onto the 5th fret of the smallest string. Back to the 3, back to that 6. Now here we have a C chord, 5, 5, 5, and 3. But a lot of what happens to fill some space towards the ends of the phrases of this is we're going to have like a hammer on. So we're going to have like 5, 5, and 3, and it's going to hammer into that 5 a lot. Now for this intro, you could just have this 5 and 3 here, and kind of hammer into that one. So a little ba-dum-bum after you hit that little hammer on. And then C, I'm going 5, 5, 5 and kind of angling it up so I don't get that bottom 5 C chord without having to deal with that 3. G. And then we're going to come into this B flat major 7. This is going to be 8, 7, 6, and 5. And we're going to kind of arpeggiate this. So that was string 4 to 3 to 4 to 2. And then string 3 up to the smallest string, the first string. To the second string. Do, 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 do. So we're going to finish it out with big string. So. Okay, so that's kind of my way that I worked up to fill that space to sound kind of like the song. Okay, and then we're going to get into the chords here. We have C, G minor. So C is 2010, 2 strums. We're going to go to the 5, 3, 3, 3. Now you could go open 3, 3, 3, but it doesn't quite have the correct bass note. But you could do that if you have trouble with this one. So we got C, G minor, F, and it kind of pops back to that C before the new measure happens. So C to G minor, F to the C, and C again, G major, and then that B flat major 7, C to G minor, F to C, to the C, and then C to G, B flat major 7 again. And then we get into the chorus. We got F, 3, 2, 1, 1, of course. And then to the 2, kind of do a little walking bass there. You could just do this 2, but you can kind of play those 1s with it if you want. D minor 7 is 0, 2, 1, 1. So we kind of walk this down from the F to the 2 bass to the open bass to make that D minor 7. So if you take this 3 away from an F and use the open, that's a D minor 7, if you didn't know that. So F walking down to E bass to a D minor 7 to a G and then C. Kind of strum that C. Now we're gonna have a special thing for that C if you wanted to do that for extra. That'll come up in a second here. So we got F to the E bass to D minor 7, G and C. Kind of like bum ba bum bum bum, and then F to the walking bass and this. Now this time do G7, C. Same thing again, F, E bass, D minor 7, G7, C. Now this fourth line, when it goes, but I always thought I'd see you again. So that's B flat, F, G minor, and then C. And here's where we have this 5, 5, 5, and 3, but we're gonna pull this pinky out, so we're gonna bar these 2 3s over here. That's what they're talking about, like the C add 9 kind of thing. It's a C sus 2 kind of. 2 and 9 being the same note, kind of a D over a C chord, you know, adding a D to a C chord. So this is your regular C chord, 5, 5, 5, and 3. But when we take this pinky out of here and we put this other 3 in there, we're adding a D into that C chord. And so D is like the 9th note or the 2nd note. So D sus 2 or D add 9. So let's look at that verse again. C to G minor, F to C, and then C to G major, B flat major 7. We'll do that again. C to G minor, F to C, C G major, B flat major 7. Let's look at the chorus again. F to the E bass, D minor 7, G, C. Now that's C, that's where you could go. Because he kind of has a thing going on with that. I think he has a capo on the 3rd fret of the guitar. So on this, we can kind of get away with not really worrying about that, but you could kind of put a capo on the 3 and kind of delve into that kind of mystery of that. But think about that, if you had a capo there, it would be more like we would just be kind of pulling this guy in. We wouldn't have to do this lower part. And then walk down, this time G7. So the first time we do a regular G, going to C. And then the next time we'll go to a G7, C. There'll be that little riff. And then that fourth line, B flat, F, G minor. You got that C thing with the C9. Next verse. G major this time, B flat, major 7. Now if you have trouble with that one, 8, 7, 6, 5, you could always do that down here. It'd be like a 3, 2, 3, 1. It just doesn't quite have the same ring to it. Okay, last chorus. B flat to F, B flat, F, G minor, and then C add 9. And at the end of the song, he kind of ad-libs some stuff, but it kind of just keeps doing that. Of course, if you don't want to do all that kind of stuff, you're just hitting a C. All right, Fire and Rain by James Taylor, great song. So if you guys don't know the story, I guess like him and his girlfriend, Suzanne, they had got into drugs and stuff, and their families tried to pull them apart and put them into rehabs. And so he made it to his rehab, and she died in a plane crash on the way to her rehab. So kind of a sad, tragic story there.